Attitudes towards artificial intelligence. Rely on. Meaning to depend on something. Recent cases show that people don't like relying on AI and prefer to trust human experts, even if these experts are wrong. Reluctant, ADJ, meaning unwilling and hesitant to do that. We need to understand why people are so reluctant to trust AI in the first place. Coincide. Meaning, correspond in nature. Tally. On the one hand, if Watson provided guidance about a treatment that coincided with their own opinions, physicians did not see much point in Watson's recommendations. Contradict. Meaning, assert the opposite of a statement made by someone. On the other hand, if Watson generated a recommendation that contradicted the expert's opinion, doctors would typically conclude that Watson wasn't competent. Synonyms: challenge, oppose, argue against, go against. Plausible, ADJ, meaning reasonable or probable, and the machine wouldn't be able to explain why its treatment was plausible, because its machine learning algorithms were simply too complex to be fully understood by humans. Outlandish, outlandish, ADJ, meaning looking or sounding bizarre or unfamiliar. Consequently, this has caused even more suspicion and disbelief, leading many doctors to ignore the seemingly outlandish AI recommendations and stick to their own expertise. Synonyms: strange, peculiar, odd, unconventional, out of the ordinary. Antonyms: ordinary, normal. Disproportionate, disperse, NT-ADJ, meaning too large. Embarrassing, AI failures receive a disproportionate amount of media attention, emphasizing the message that we cannot rely on technology. Synonyms: excessive, out of proportion, relatively too large. Foolproof, meaning incapable of going wrong or being misused. Machine learning is not foolproof, in part because the humans who design it aren't. Polarized, polars, v. Meaning, divide or cause to divide into two sharply contrasting groups, or sets of opinions or beliefs. It was found that, regardless of whether the film they watched depicted AI in a positive or negative light, simply watching a cinematic vision of our technological future polarized the participants' attitudes. Optimists, a person who tends to be hopeful and confident. Skeptics, a person inclined to doubt accepted opinions. Optimists became more extreme in their enthusiasm for AI, and skeptics became even more guarded. Confirmation bias, N. Meaning the tendency to interpret new evidence as confirmation of one's existing beliefs or theories. This suggests people use relevant evidence about AI in a biased manner to support their existing attitudes, a deep-rooted human tendency known as confirmation bias. Pertinently, meaning to the point, appropriately. More pertinently, refusing to accept the advantages offered by AI could place a large group of people at a serious disadvantage. Surveillance, meaning close observation, especially of a suspected spy or criminal. Several high-profile social media companies and online marketplaces already release transparency reports about government requests and surveillance disclosures. Intricate, ADJ, meaning very complicated or detailed. We don't need to understand the intricate inner workings of AI systems, but if people are given a degree of responsibility for how they are implemented, they will be more willing to accept AI into their lives. Synonyms: complex, complicated, difficult, hard. Antonyms: simple,